It's great for everyone to sit up here and talk about interfaith and multi-faith and all the things we love about each other. But my question to you is, what do you not like about each other's religions?
I'm a Buddhist. I will never say my way is the only way. I would like to make a little example or a story there. So somebody is a very gentle man, then very gentle person, and the couple came to our house and knocked door all the time. Then they tried to convert us. Then we said, we're Buddhist. Said, no matter you're Buddhist or not, you have to be their religion. Then later we had a conversation. Then, okay, you can come in. Then we invited them in. Then they sit together and we had the conversation. Then very, very nice, a very sweet person. But they just truly, there's hope. You know, we have to be their religion. Then said, why? Then said, you're going to a hell. So then I said, maybe, but maybe not. So I'm not really worried about that. Then finally, he said his truth. He said, I'm really worried about you, but I'm really worried about myself too. If I can't convert you, maybe I'm going to hell too. So he's actually concerning himself. So in this case, I'm thinking, everybody have their concern and everything. That's, I know, I understand that. But the only way is their way. If somebody say that, I don't think that's really truly understand that's their religion.
I don't like the fact that still all over the world Christians are taught that Jews killed Jesus and therefore you should hate them, that they're less, that there is supersessionism, that is, Jews became irrelevant to God because Christianity came along. All of that I don't like. And let me tell you what else I don't like. I don't like the fact that all over this world today, Islam is taught in a way that essentially makes Jews unhuman, not out of political reasons, but out of religious reasons. So that there are many countries in the world today where if I walked down the street and said I was a Jew, my life wouldn't be worth 2 cents. I'd be gone very quickly. And while it is true that there are all sorts of political issues, the countries in the Middle East where there are no churches and there are no synagogues, where there is no freedom of worship, where Jews are thought of and written about in the paper as monkeys and pigs, where the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, the most notorious anti-Semitic forgery in history, is available in hotels, like you get the Gideon Bible in a hotel here. I don't like that either. And even though that is clearly not the majority of Islam and is not the majority of Christianity, it is a substantial enough minority that Muslims and Christians ought to be rising every day and saying, throughout history, no single hatred has done as much continuous, awful damage to the Western world as the hatred of Jews, and it's time for it to stop.
Well, amen. Amen. There's a passage it's in 1 John in the New Testament. It's a great text. It says, how can you love God who you cannot see and not love your brother and sister who you can see? And anything in any of our religious traditions, and it's there in all of them. There are what Phyllis Trible called texts of terror in all of our traditions. Anything that devalues, harms, defaces, hurts any child of God is evil. I don't care what religious trapping it has. And we've had that in all our religious traditions. If it harms a human child of God, it's evil. It's wrong. It's immoral. And like you say, it must stop. And we must stand against it in our own traditions. And we must join with our brothers and sisters of other traditions to stand against it even in theirs. And so it's that simple. And you can go through the history of all of our traditions, and you're going to find it there. And every war that's ever been fought in religion's name, every evil that has ever been perpetrated in religion's name, every bigotry, every prejudice with religious trappings has had that at its root, that a child of God created in God's image is misused, and it's wrong whether it's got theological trappings or not.